Warning. Parental guidance suggested. The following video segment contains material that may be unsuitable for children. Parental guidance is advised.
Good evening. Tonight we bring you two fascinating stories from Utah that highlight the intersection of Mormonism and sex. Our first story: a Utah couple was arrested last week after authorities say their 15-year-old daughter was sexually assaulted by the parents for more than a year. The girl's mother and stepfather, both in their 30s and having some sort of relationship with the LDS Church, began assaulting and raping her when she was 14 because the parents felt it was safer for her than having sex with strangers, according to court documents. Provo police arrested the couple almost 2 weeks ago. The stepdad is accused of forcible sexual abuse, forcible sodomy, object rape, and rape. The mom is accused of forcible sexual abuse, forcible sodomy, and object rape. Reports say over a year ago, the parents learned that the girl was chatting online with strangers and stored photos of herself in sexual situations on her Snapchat account. The couple, who are parents to four other children, decided that teaching the victim about sex and engaging in sexual acts with the victim would be safer for her than having sex with strangers, the court filing said. The victim told police and paramedics that her stepfather had sexually assaulted her for a year and a half. The stepfather admitted to investigators he had sexual intercourse with the girl, according to his affidavit. The stepfather also disclosed he and her mother bought sex toys for the girl and showed the victim how to use them, both on the child and the parents. The mom told police that she engaged in sexual acts with her husband and the victim, but claimed her husband didn't have sex with her daughter. Instead, the couple would have sex in front of the child, as if that makes it okay. 2 months prior to the arrest, the daughter went to her mother for concerns about a broken condom, according to court documents. The mother reportedly confronted her husband about having full intercourse with the victim, and he denied it at that time. Can I just say gross, yuck, ick, and I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit? The next story may be just as salacious as the first. A Utah sex worker who goes by the name of Sarah Isn't Sober on TikTok has sparked conversations and captured attention with tellings of her past sex work experience. Sarah Isn't Sober, a retired sex worker, has been sharing her journey and experiences on TikTok, recently beginning to offer a glimpse into her past as a prostitute in Salt Lake City. Most of her clients, she claimed, were men in positions of authority in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, better known as the Mormon Church.
I'm talking about bishops. I'm talking about men who are married with 6 children at home. I'm talking about people who held positions of authority in the church, the local government here. Salt Lake City is a kinky place, okay?
She tells her more than 3,000 followers. Just how kinky, you ask? Sarah Isn't Sober gives us a glimpse when she said,
Wild things we're up to, like hitting them from behind while they were reading the Book of Mormon.
it's one thing to acknowledge that, of course, a sexually repressed culture like Utah is going to have sex workers and kinks like hitting them from behind while reading the Book of Mormon. That much I expected. But when she seems to distinguish between bishops and people who held positions of authority in the church, that made my ears perk up. Who could those higher up authorities be? Who are the local government officials she is talking about? I thought we might eventually get the chance to find out because Sarah Isn't Sober stated,
I think I might do a series and start talking about my old clients. They wouldn't like it, but it. I've been out of the game for a long time, so I have nothing to lose.
but apparently she did have something to lose because immediately following the major news coverage of her story, her TikTok suddenly went private. What Or who changed her mind? Is Sarah Isn't Sober safe? Will she ever tell us who the LDS authorities and Utah politicians were that she slept with? We may never know. Back to you, Rebecca.